Hi, and welcome to American Dream. I'm Ashley Meekum, your host, and today we're going to be exploring one of the newest spots in West Salem, Old Zen Wine Bar, here in the heart of the Willamette Valley. Despite being one of the biggest cities in the Willamette Valley, Salem didn't have a wine bar until now. Today, I'm going to hang out with the owner, Nate, and get to talk to him about what inspired him to open a wine bar here in Salem and what they're doing differently. Let's go check it out. Hey Nate, thanks for having me by today.
My pleasure.
Yeah, so we're here at your wine bar, Old Zen, and I was hoping you could just tell us a little bit about why you started this wine bar here in Salem, what inspired you?
Well, we started an Oregon-only wine bar here in Salem because we saw kind of a need for it. There was no wine bars in the middle of wine country here in the state capital of Salem. So we saw a need, we started to try to fill that need.
Right.
And it's been going really well for the last 10 months now that we've been open.
So I understand you guys usually have at least 14 or 15 wines on tap, and then how many other wine choices do you have here for people?
Oh, we've got at least 15 wines on tap at any given time, constantly expanding, constantly rotating around of just Oregon wines, working with different vineyards and winemakers to see what we can get from them. And then we've got approximately 118 different wines available for our customers to purchase too, and strictly all Oregon wines, all Oregon grapes from Oregon winemakers.
And I understand you also have beer on tap for those people who don't like wine.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have a variety of primarily Oregon beer as well on tap, including Fort George beer from up in Astoria to Calpuyer Brewing down in Albany, and we very different kind of beer varietals as well.
And I know you're doing some other really cool things to promote other local businesses. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. We've been welcoming a bunch of west of Salem food into our establishment from different restaurants. If somebody brings in food from a West Salem restaurant, they get $1 off their first glass of wine or 10% off their first bottle of wine. We've also had great relationships with other restaurants from downtown Salem, like Basil and Board, who offers a discount on food that's brought into here from there. They give 10% off their food order when they have their people delivered here.
Seems like you always have really fun stuff going on in here. Can you tell us about some of the events that you host here?
So much stuff going on. We've got karaoke every week. We've got live music every week. We're somebody's show. We started last month. That's happening once a month in here now too. Movie nights, open mic nights where we have a bunch of local artists from not only the local area, but we've had artists coming in down from Portland just to perform down here.
So while I'm here, do you want to tell me about some of your favorite wines?
Absolutely. In fact, let me pour you a glass of one and tell you some of the smaller winemakers that we have in here, which is great.
Awesome, perfect.
It's a 2017 Torrymore Pinot Noir from here in Oregon, right up in Dundee.
And is this one I can go into the winery and get, or?
Absolutely. You can go up to the winery and get it. Our goal is to bring all these vineyards to downtown Salem instead of people having to go out to the vineyards all the time. So we're bringing all these different vineyards from all these different areas across the state so people can try those wines from the multiple Pinot Noirs or Chardonnays that we have here in the Willamette Valley to Southern Oregon, Tempernios and Cabernet Sauvignons, Northern Oregon, Merlots and Carmenères. There's so many different great varietals in Oregon that, especially when you're in the Willamette Valley trying to think of, oh, it's just Pinot Noir and Chardonnay country. There's so many out there for everybody to try.
Thanks for hanging out with me today while we visited Old Zen Wine Bar in Salem, Oregon. I'm your host with American Dream TV, Ashley Meekum. We'll see you next time.